Hey, what's going on, guys? Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com. Today I'm bringing you a detailed overview of the new Raxiom Halo LED taillights fitting all 2015 and newer Mustangs. So in this video, I'll be touching on the styling and appearance you can expect when picking up the all-new Raxiom Halo LED taillights, as well as the materials and construction, and I'll even take you through the installation, which I'll tell you up front will be an even swap, getting it a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. So let's jump right into it. The Raxiom Halo LED taillights are going to be for the 2015 and newer Mustang owner out there looking to completely change the look of the rear profile of their S550, taking those rear tri-bar lights that we all know and love and giving it a very redesigned supercar styling. Now, those tri-bar taillights we all know and love are the iconic trademark of the Mustang family and have been here since the beginning in the mid-60s. But like all good things, it is sometimes good to switch it up and give it a new design, and that is exactly what Raxiom did here with these Halo LED lights for the new S550. Now, the new Halo LED light styling you see here is a more modern race design inspired by those supercars you may see hitting the market here upcoming in 2017. Now, with that said, these are originally found on those Le Mans track stylings with aerodynamics incorporated into the lights, beneficial for those rear engine models. So as you can see, these Halo designs here are a lot different than some of the Halo designs Raxiom has put out in the past. Instead of this being a single LED halo, this is an actual 3D halo protruding out of the OEM material backing with high output LEDs all around the ring, and it's being pushed forward by the rib design you see here and on the inside by the deck lid panel as well. Now, if you look in the center of the actual Halo, you'll see a honeycomb style design. Now, with that in mind, plus the rib style design on the side here and on the inside by the deck lid panel, you will see that this was originally an aerodynamic opening for those rear engine models, very beneficial, improving airflow. Now, of course, this will not be the case with the Mustang, given it's a front engine pony, but of course, this one did keep the design, staying true to that supercar styling and that track feel. Now, along with the actual Halo itself being made out of OEM materials, you can expect the same for the backing here, the mounting on the rear, as well as the direct plug-and-play wiring on the back as well. Everything will plug in just like your factory taillights would, and like I said, they will blend in perfectly with the S550 like a pro. Now, that backing I mentioned here, you can see it's a very glossy, attractive black finish here. It's got a matte black texture design for the connecting pieces into your trunk and deck lid panel, and then again, a very simple plug-and-play installation here will clip right into your factory wiring harness already in the vehicle. And of course, I do want to point out this one will be compatible with the sequential harness. The only thing that won't work is your brake lights with the sequences, but again, if you have the sequences already in your Mustang, you can reuse those again with the new Raxiom Halo LED designs here. Now, price-wise, if you are interested in completely redesigning the rear end look of your S550, expect to be spending just around $500, a pretty expected price tag when it comes to redesigning these taillights. If you take into consideration this price compared to a factory replacement from Ford or even an aftermarket one, you're spending upwards of $1,000. This cuts the price tag in half, completely redesigns that tri-bar taillight, and you will, without a doubt, stand out at those car shows or car mates, and you're gonna turn heads on the street as well. Now, again, switching gears over to that installation process I mentioned earlier, this one is another bonus to picking up the Raxiom Halo LED taillights to redesign that rear end. This installation is going to be that direct plug and play. I know I mentioned it a bunch of times, but I do want to stress that it will work directly with your factory wiring harness in the vehicle, and it will even work with your sequential harness if you have that as well. We'll plug right into these. So to kick things off, let me walk you through that installation. You're going to want to remove your factory taillights first and foremost. In order to do that, you want to pop your trunk open, remove the liner on the inside of the deck lid panel, as well as the two sides covering the taillights, unbolt those taillights, unclip the wiring harness, and remove them from the vehicle carefully. So one thing you will have to do when you remove your factory taillights is remove the top plastic piece on the factory lights and move them over to the Raxiom Halo design. This is basically the top piece that's going to connect the top of your taillights to the bottom of your trunk lid, basically what the trunk lid shuts on, but you will have to move that over from the factory. Now, once you get those two connecting pieces onto each of the taillights, it'll be as simple as feeding your wiring harness through the pre-drilled hole in the bottom of your vehicle, putting them through, bolting them back on, connecting the harnesses, and of course the sequentials if you have those as well. Put the lining all back together on each side and behind the deck lid panel, shut everything down, and you're good to go. Overall, I'd say you'll be spending between 30 minutes and an hour depending on how familiar you are with the process. Extremely simple, something anybody can do with about 30 minutes in the driveway at home. Definitely something that's getting a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Well guys, just to wrap things up, if you are the owner of a 2015 or newer Mustang and you're interested in completely changing the tri-bar look of the rear end of your pony, you might want to check out the Raxiom Halo LED taillights available right here at AmericanMuscle.com.